Hey everybody, Manny here, coming to you with another special message. And what I want to speak about today is I want to say, how important is motivation on your journey? Think about it. How important is your motivation on your journey? Well, if you ask me, I really don't think motivation is all that important, because I'll tell you what the problem with motivation is, that motivation is never long lasting, okay? You could be motivated right now, you could be motivated in the moment, but the moment you get into your car in the parking lot, you go back into your own reality. So what I want you to acknowledge is that motivation will not be enough for you to be successful. For you to be successful, you're going to have to take a proactive approach, and you're going to have ongoing planning, okay? By planning, you need to basically have a roadmap of which is the direction that you choose to travel in, because I promise you, it doesn't matter how motivated you get, at some point you will go back into your comfort zone. So the key to a successful journey is not just being motivated. It's actually having something other than your motivation that will keep you going. What I always say is, you have a pain that you feel, okay? I don't know what your pain is. Everybody's pain is different. But I know that you have a pain. That there is something that bothers you about the way you look and the way that you feel and the way that you're carrying yourself. Maybe it just doesn't remind you of the person that you know you really are, because that person is still in there deep inside of you. And the exterior does not represent you. So that might be a pain that you have. But you don't want to be remembered because you have no mirrors, and you don't want to look into pictures. You know, every time your company gets off a group photo, you're the one all the way in the back that you could only see that person's head. I get that, guys. I understand it. I know exactly what you're feeling. But what I'm trying to say to you is this. You need to attach an emotion to all those things that you're feeling and use that as the fuel that keeps you moving, all right? Because motivation is this big, but that pain is long lasting. You got to get up every morning and say, I don't like this feeling and I'm going to change it. And today is the day I'm going to do something about it. Most people do nothing, okay? Most people rather live in their comfort zone. Most people would rather lay on a thorn than actually get up and move and take it out. Most people just don't want to, get out of their comfort zone. And in reality, that's what gyms are supposed to be for, but that's not what gyms do, okay? I like to think I am an original. I like to think that I'm one of the few people that says to you, listen, don't bother coming to me if you don't really have a purpose. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have somewhere you need to go, if you don't want your life to change and all you want to do is say, I'm doing something, that is not enough. You got to have something, guys, and you got to attach something to it. When you come to me, you have to fill out an impact filter, which is basically your way of telling me what your pain is. And it will be my way of understanding where you're coming from. I don't think any coach could be effective or successful unless they know what your pain is. And your pain has to be something that has to motivate you, has to drive you, has to get up and make you get up in the morning, even when it's cold, even when it's dark outside. That's not motivation, guys. That's intrinsic. That comes from you, and it comes from inside. This little talk I'm having with you may motivate you. Maybe it may even inspire you, but that's not what it's meant to do. What it's meant to do is to make you think, guys. How much more time are you going to waste? How many more decades are going to go by? Are you going to turn 50 and let your life go before you? I mean, these are the best years of our lives. If we're not being proactive, we're not getting after it. I get so many excuses, guys. I can't even start to tell you the excuses I get from people. I can't do it. My children, my car, my kids, my husband. Let me tell you something. If it's a pain, you take care of it. I call it a root canal. You know what? You don't wait for root canals, guys. You get that taken care of. You go deal with it. You get it out of your life, and you say, you know what? I'm putting it behind me. Maybe you're going to need an implant. Maybe you have a bad tooth and you need it pulled out. And you need to go somewhere and get that done, guys. But I'm telling you, if you're relying on motivation, if you're relying on somebody to yell at you, scream at you, and send you inspirational messages to get you going, you haven't tapped into the things I'm talking about. I'm talking about you got to go deep, guys. You got to go deeper than you've ever gone before. You got to say to yourself, where am I? This is your reality. This is you living this is your real reality. You're working in it, but it's molded by your personality, by the way that you're thinking, by the way you're showing up to the world. So what I want you to do today is I want you to take some time And I want you to start thinking about it. What is your pain? I mean, what is it that you're feeling? Why are you so unhappy? You won't even look in the mirror. You won't even talk about it. If you have something that's bothering you, bring it out in the open, guys, and let's resolve it, okay? You have a conflict that needs to be solved, take care of it. Don't let it stick around for another decade, okay? You've been doing it since you're 40, now you're 50, maybe you're 60. I am telling you, if you're 25 and you're 30, you know, that's a bad place to be in. But when you turn 40 and you're turning 50 and you're saying to yourself, my life is over, my good days are behind me, that's crazy, guys. I'm telling you, this is the best time. This is your best opportunity. This is the time that you should be saying, I'm showing up and I'm feeling good. Have a great day, guys.